Good day to you all. Welcome to the S.H.O.P, the social hub of positivity. As you can see, I'm sitting down underneath the two almost gods of comedy, Mr. Oliver Noyeville Hardy and his little friend Stan. Today is a special day in many ways because not only is it the day for the podcast. No, it is Tom's birthday. Oh, Tom, I sounded a little bit like Terry Wogan, which when you think about some of the DJs from the 70s, I could have sounded like just as well as Terry. Anyway, it doesn't sound like Terry at all. Tom, happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Maybe put some clips of Tom's latest musical adventure, Piz Talks, which will be performing at the Mighty Festival. Check out the Mighty Festival website. It's got amazing spread of artists, both new and old, and somewhere in between. Scouting for Girls have confirmed. Anyway, look at the website for the Mighty Festival. We've got our lovely open mics running at the Red Lion in Laycock. I don't know what time this one's going out. It's going out today. This is Sunday, 26th of February. Tom's birthday. Happy birthday, boy. Yeah, so the Red Line in Laycock, we've got a lovely regular every Sunday, Easy Like a Sunday. Easy like a Sunday morning. It's actually Sunday morning. Yeah, it is. It is Sunday morning. Anyway, I think this is going out at 1 o'clock. I could be wrong. So if it is, it's time for you. If you've watched this, who's watching this? Who is watching this? Besides you know who. You all right, lads? How's it going? Yeah, so we've got our other first Wednesday of the month at the Rotary Hall on Station Hill in Chippenham, which of course is in Wiltshire, which of course is in England, which of course is on planet Earth. Hello, Earth. Anyway, so yeah, we've got that. We've also got something else that I needed to say. Yeah, the film festival with Wiltshire College and the wonderful Nikki Jew. Yeah. Because I was talking with we were in Zagreb, as you know, doing this brilliant documentary that's actually opened up more. So we are now haven't finished it. We are now going to be interviewing more people both in Wales and in Croatia. So that's exciting. We were going to show the first edition at the film festival. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, but we've had some exciting news with regard to that. And what else? Oh, what else? What do you mean, what else? What do you mean, what do I mean, what else? Say, I was only trying to be... Imagine if you don't know who Laurel and Hardy are. This would be not a thing. Yeah, nonsense. More nonsense than it is. Sad news that, of course, that it's been 1 year since old Vladimir... has decided to go and recklessly kill loads of innocent people. I don't think in this modern world that we are in, that mass destruction of people's lives and infrastructure is acceptable by anyone. That's the Americans, the English, etc., as well. It's just such a retrograde way to look at the world and to interact with our species. It's just totally inadmissible. The so-say elites. Is that an oxymoron? I don't know what that is. I mean, I know what an ox is, and I definitely know what a moron is. We'll come on to the people that we are going to be highlighting over the next part of the year, who've been working, shall we say, that's a euphemism, for our community. So. Again, we'll be talking about, have talked about in the past about sustainable development and us as an organisation for the last 25 years, exploring sustainable development from many perspectives, including working alongside multi-million pound generating industry petrochemical companies, paper mills, etc., and advising at the level of a Home Office, etc., about social cohesion and what have you. And that is why we make art, that's why we make documentaries, that's why we're doing the Reclaim Your Town initiative in our little neck of the woods, which highlights the good and the bad ways that people have interacted with local funds, with grant-giving organisations, councillors, mayors, and I mean mayors, nightmares, in all sorts of parts of the local legislation and the non-collaborative way that certain people work. We're highlighting it as often we do around the country, working in with some great organisations and individuals. We're highlighting it, documenting it, like the documentary in Croatia, to share the information, not just from our perspective, but from the people or the participants in any given situation. So looking at funding, looking at how money has and hasn't been distributed in a local economy, who gets paid for what, who does what, or who doesn't, which is also as important, do what they're supposed to be doing, from local MPs to etc. So each of these is a segment of a pie, and the pie, of course, is the whole of society. So it's on a local, a micro level and a macro level. And that's where the international aspect of what we are doing comes into it. Anyway, this is really important stuff, but of course, not important because we're doing it, but we're doing it because I guess using the arts allows people a better opportunity to connect emotionally as well as intellectually with the subject matter. That's why we've used forum theatre in the past, working alongside such organisations and presenting in the Royal Institute, etc. So this has become a babble as usual, but here's the crack. Looking at sustainable development, the social aspects, linking all the bits that are really good and work, and that comes from business as well. And this isn't just a kind of the capitalist or the non-capitalist realignment of society, but priority-led and necessity-led and survival-focused for everyone. And Terry Wogan's back in the room, and good luck to you, Terry, wherever you may be. Anyway, so here's the crap. Yeah. Working alongside different individuals and communities, businesses, local government, national government, international stuff, we have got a very good perspective, and using the arts is a good way of allowing people to explore the issues in the comfort. So some of it's obviously done in documentaries, some of it's done in forum theatre, but some of it's done in feature films. So you can usually find some thread of what's going on in society in our work. There will be, of course, direct, easy to understand documentary titles. The Reclaim My Town thing is about how people in communities need to get involved, and it's not the old way of doing things. Like local councils definitely don't work. You see how these, I don't know how to describe them without sounding like the boy in the Emperor's New Clothes. These people are very interesting, actually. So wait till you see that documentary. Here's the thing. We've got lots of lovely things coming up. The joy of the job, I guess, is when we celebrate stuff, and I mean, just life, and our young people, particularly in our alternative education aspect of what we do. The S.H.O.P, the social hub of positivity, goes from strength to strength, remembering it doesn't receive public money. We don't get funding from the town council for it. We don't get funding from borough lands. That's interesting. Or whatever. So as a model of making something, it's the first social hub in Chippenham, in our town. So again, if you're watching this from another town, you can look at that model again to see how a functioning, non-politically aligned, non-backhanders and scratchy, nudge, wink, local politics involved. It's interesting because all the funding where it's gone in our local model, shall we say, is it's interesting. I'm just going to say interesting. And you make your own minds up when you see the documentary. Anyway, interesting. And the links between all the different aspects of community and society, and on whose benefit and whose good stuff is done. Anyway, enough of that. Look out for the open mics that are coming up. We've got a digital one, and thanks to the wonderful Mr. Brian Reed, goes out every Wednesday evening. So you can, if you can't get to our live open mics at the Red Lion in Laycock or the Rotary Hall, Station Hill, Chippenham, Wiltshire, England, the earth, you can watch and observe. We've filmed from a lot of the open mics, so if you've missed them, you can see who was doing what. And we also accept videos, and have done for now nigh on 3 years. So I want to say a massive thank you to Brian Reed for that. That's a great, every week he has committed to doing, and you'd hear what he says each week. It's a beautiful political, in the most true sense of the word political, as in a person's observation of the society and the community around him during 3 years, which involved, of course, the very first week of the pandemic. Also, I want to say thank you to Mike Morrissey and to everyone involved in the busking. Darcy Williams, who's doing amazing stuff in our shop. What a great singer. You can see some clips of that maybe on this. And to James and to Andy, etc., and Hubert, and all the good people that have been busking and continually raising awareness, because that's also the thing. So money's good, of course, but awareness that people understand. You know, we were busking the other day, and a Syrian guest came into our shop, our social hub, and not only did they put money into the collection, which of course goes to the DEC, and you'll see the running totals on our Facebook, etc. But it was that recognition, and the same thing with the work we've been doing with refugees from different parts of the world, of that we care enough to continue to do it and to share an emotional experience in doing so, and showing empathy, and not just doing it for one day. We've been doing it since the day after the earthquake, etc. Because the death toll keeps rising, and people aren't getting any warmer, and there are 5 million people displaced and over 50,000 dead. It's an appalling scenario. And that's a natural disaster. So when you look at Ukraine, or you look at Iraq, or you look at Afghanistan, you look at Ireland, if you look at any place that people that think it's okay to use violence it's absurd. It's like, grow up, grow up. People that invest in armaments. Ooh. Anyway, ooh, what a society we have if we had people that, you know, that were empathetic, that actually worked in local and national and international politics. Anyhow, time to recalibrate society. No more of the old ways that don't work. Bah. Anyway, have a lovely time. Please do get connected. Come into our shop. Do the workshops, but the busking and the various fundraising activities that we've been doing for the Syria and Turkey earthquake, and Ukraine and Eritrea and all the different places, Syria and all whatever we've been doing before, is about linking people and using the strongest possible thread. And that is the common thread of humanity that goes through us all. Unless you're involved in politics, or in whatever. It's very disturbing. Very, very disturbing. Anyway, don't be too disturbed. Love and peace out there to everyone. And thank you to anyone I haven't mentioned, but all the volunteers in the shop, everybody that's connected with Can Do Arts for Sustainable Development has been for the last 25 years. And wait a minute, that's almost as old as Tom Deedigan, Tommy D. Tommy Deedigan, it's your birthday. Don't know if I mentioned that. Anyway, love and peace out there. Good luck. Take it away. Spinning out.